She died and discovered the unimaginable. You won't believe your eyes. Amid the whirlwind of her career, she found herself entangled in the relentless grind of her job, subjecting herself to an unrelenting 40-hour workweek, an already formidable commitment. Yet she didn't stop there. In her pursuit of unraveling the mysteries surrounding missing souls within her nation, she dedicated an additional 20 to 30 hours weekly to a formidable government forensic project. Juggling work and this Herculean endeavor wasn't her only challenge. She still managed to find time to immerse herself in martial arts and embrace the weights, forging not just strength but bonds with cherished friends. In this maelstrom of life's demands, health concerns became mere background whispers, easily overshadowed by her unyielding dedication. But then, in the tumultuous theater of her career, a clash with a government comrade unfurled, like a turbulent twist in the plot of her life's drama. This emotional maelstrom wasn't just a conflict, it was a catalyst, a wake-up call, as it led her down the winding path towards self-discovery and transformation. For her, this conflict was more than just a mere dispute. It was the inkling that heralded a radical shift. It was the pivotal moment when she decided to walk away from the chaos and mayhem, the 40-hour workweeks, and the unceasing mission to uncover the truths buried within the enigmatic realm of the missing. She relinquished the weights and stepped out of the dojo, leaving behind the familiar embrace of her friends. But the story doesn't end here. It was only the beginning. This turning point marked the commencement of her journey towards self-exploration and renewal, a journey that led her to moments beyond the waking world. As nothing seemed to align anymore, a significant decision was made on October 18, 2021. She withdrew from the project, resigned from her job, halted her exercise routines, and concluded a relationship. That night, she retired to bed around midnight, and that's when her extraordinary journey commenced. She found herself in a void devoid of the confines of space, time, or physical structures. Then, she became aware of a presence beside her, initiating a peculiar gallery tour. This gallery exhibited an infinite number of squares, each containing scenes from her life, all unfolding simultaneously. These squares boasted vivid colors, predominantly red, orange, and yellow. The entity with her provided explanations as they ventured through this array. Amidst it all, an overwhelming sense of tranquility enveloped her, as if everything was fundamentally harmonious and invulnerable. They proceeded to step into each of these squares one by one. One scene from her childhood stands out vividly. She observed her grandmother beating her while she transcended the physical realm, existing in a different dimension. Her perspective was panoramic, and the radiant light entity beside her seemed to be free of any specific form. She perceived the threads of reality and felt every nuance, including the pain and her grandmother's rage. Despite the appearance of normality, a profound sadness washed over her, realizing the depths of emotion someone could harbor. Simultaneously, the being provided continuous explanations about the unfolding events. After traversing each square, they reached a monumental one featuring a couple and a man's back. She prepared to enter this square on her own, but inexplicably found herself in a different realm. This departure remained mysterious, as she was on the verge of entering what might have been her next life. To her astonishment, Vishnu stood before her. He sat on the grass in the lotus position, clad in a simple brown loincloth, with clouds and a sky tinged in pink and gold as the backdrop. This encounter granted her an indescribable sensation foreign to earth, a profound and absolute peace, untainted by suffering. Vishnu conveyed that she had entered a realm beyond human constructs of good and bad, where notions like pain existed as a separate, dark, and weighty dimension. He emphasized the insignificance of sacrifices or rituals, highlighting our inherent freedom to act as we wish. In his right hand, Vishnu held a wooden spoon, while his left hand cradled a white flower. Notably, Vishnu bore no navel. Her connection with Vishnu transcended words, resembling a silent exchange of profound knowledge. Vishnu's eyes, larger than human eyes, framed a thin, elongated deep blue body, adorned with skin that seemed both thick and dry. As she struggled to fathom the intensity of the encounter, Vishnu's appearance underwent a remarkable transformation. Initially, the visage bore a striking resemblance to her therapist, then it morphed into her own reflection, and finally it donned the faces of countless others. Though the face itself remained unaltered, it was as though it contained elements of diverse individuals. Intrigued, she inquired about the identity of this enigmatic presence. In response, he offered a tranquil smile, unveiling that he embodied the essence of all humanity. Without delay, he posed the question of her desire to return. A profound realization washed over her, elucidating the idea that earthly life acts as a vessel for exploring the entire spectrum of human emotions and sensations. Pain, suffering, joy, and pleasure, all part of the rich tapestry of existence on earth. He conveyed that these facets of life were illusory, non-existent in the ethereal realm she had glimpsed. With a serene smile still gracing his countenance, she awoke, only to discover that her breath had momentarily ceased. Her gaze fixed upon the ceiling, the profound serenity gradually dissipated, and a glance at her phone revealed the time, 1:00 a.m. Initially, she chose to guard her profound experience, uncertain if it was a hallucination or a genuine event. Subsequently, her health took a dire turn, leading to the diagnosis of a cancerous ovarian tumor. Surgery was necessary to remove the tumor, and during the procedure, she experienced a fleeting moment of clinical death. She found herself in a serene place with lush grass, playing alongside a child. The return to the realm of the living transpired with the anesthesiologist urgently calling her name and a brisk slap to her face. This incident fueled her suspicions that she might have encountered death in October 2021. In her quest for answers, she stumbled upon striking parallels between her experience and Hindu mythology, which left her in a state of bewilderment. Her psychologist proposed the idea of latent knowledge surfacing in her subconscious, offering an explanation for the imagery. Yet this conflicted with her upbringing in a devoutly Catholic family. She had anticipated Christian symbolism, but instead, she was met by the presence of Vishnu. Subsequent medical examinations revealed a benign mass in her uterus, and her health was restored. She resumed her project and brought it to successful fruition. Now she aspires to embrace life in its entirety with all its complexities and joys. At times, she contemplates whether people might behave differently if they were privy to experiences like hers. This transformative encounter instilled in her a sense of responsibility, a commitment to do no harm to others, and a newfound determination to assert herself. The knowledge that others have undergone similar experiences has validated her own and dissolved her fear of death. Her account draws to a close, serving as a poignant reminder that near-death experiences, NDEs, transcend religious boundaries. She extends an open invitation to share thoughts that transcend the confines of faith or scripture. Until their next interaction, she imparts well wishes for safety and blessings.